Okay, we're going to do a Melania. We're going to do a Melania reading. Today is the 5th of January. We're going to do a Melania reading for the month of January 2020. And let's see. I just want to know what she... how specific do I want to be? How's her month in the White House going to be? What's going to be happening for her in the White House this month, the month of January 2020? So we're looking at her and seeing what's happening at the White House for her this month. Just get a general feel of, how she feels, what's going on, if there's happiness, if there's problems, what's she doing, how she's handling it, that sort of thing. We are going to pick, I don't know who we're going to pick. Let's see. I don't know her birthday. So I'll just go through to see if there's something that appeals to me. No. So I'm going to be doing a horseshoe spread. Well, we'll do the Queen of Cups. Now, I don't think she is the Queen of Cups, just like I don't think Donald is the King of Cups. But he's the King of Cups because of his emotionality, and she is married to him, so I'll pick the Queen of Cups. I mean, it seems to make sense to, I guess the only problem is when you pick a significator, it won't show up in the reading. But I have a feeling this wouldn't show up in the reading anyways. I don't know. I could be wrong. We'll see. She is kind of the ice princess in my mind. I mean, she's very beautiful. She's very, whenever you see her, she is the model. I mean, she has the model look, which is that disdainful look. She's very rarely smiling, honestly, although she does smile. She has a beautiful smile, but she doesn't smile very often. Most of the time when she looks in the camera, she looks like a model looks in a camera, just sort of like sullen, sort of haughty, that sort of thing. But she is a beautiful woman, obviously, and she has beautiful clothes and wears them well because she's very tall. She's a tall girl. So my personal opinion, really, I don't want to get my personal opinion in here, but I don't think she's happy. I don't think she's a happy person, but I could be wrong about that. She might be happy. I think she does have support. I think she has her family, her parents, I think, are very supportive of her. I don't think her husband is very supportive of her, and I don't think the husband's family is very supportive of her. So she's kind of I think she's in a tough position. Now, she does have her son, and I think she's very bonded to her son, which is a good thing. And of course, she has a wonderful position. She's the president of the United States of America, which is pretty remarkable, really, when you think about it. And so I think, it can't be bad living in the White House. You want broiled salmon with some nice side of asparagus. I mean, you're going to get it. Okay, so let's see how Melania is doing this month in the White House. Let's see what's going on with Melania this month in the White House. Again, we're doing the horseshoe spread. This is Kate Black's Golden Tarot. And, oops, put it there. I don't read reversals, so if anything's reversed, I'll just turn it around. I want to make it look more like a horseshoe. I think it might be pretty to look at. Let me just see how we're doing. Okay. Looks like we should go down a little bit more. I don't have a great setup like so many other readers. I have a pretty makeshift setup here. Okay, that looks good. That looks really good. Okay, so here we're gonna start. So this is Melania in the White House in January of 2020, and just a general sense of how she's doing, what she's doing, what's going on with her. This is the past, the recent past. This is the Four of Coins. This is a woman who has wealth. She's sitting on her wealth. There's people over here that could be her people that help her, her minions. She looks wealthy. You can see where she is. She's in a kind of a courtyard. She has money all around her, and so she also has a crown on her head. So she does have position. This is a woman with position, and I think she does like money. I think she does like the finer things in life, and there she is. So she probably had a nice Christmas. It looks like maybe she got some wonderful presents, expensive presents, maybe. Present. The Magician. Now, isn't that interesting from Melania? Now, magician is magic. If you think of a magician, you can think of magic. It's also a manifestation. So this would seem to me, we're definitely going to pull clarifiers on this. This is a major change, a major change that she is making. It's a manifestation where I think that she's well, someone could make the change for her, but manifestation is where you take something and you change, make it into being, something that is like taking making, what is it, coal? Is it coal that becomes a diamond? When coal becomes a diamond, that's manifestation. It becomes from one thing to another. And so she's manifesting here. Maybe she's making herself over. Maybe she's trying to do something different in her role. I don't know. But there's manifestation. That's a pretty powerful card. And that's what she's going through right now. At this time in the reading, I think they're still at Mar-a-Lago, but they'll be going back in the next well, maybe they went back already. It's a Sunday, the 5th. So there's some manifestation going on. So that's very interesting. This is the hidden influences. The Lovers. Okay, well, hidden influences could be, it's some kind of connection with someone else. It's a partnership of some kind. It's a choice that she has to make. So could she be manifesting love? Could her relationship with her husband be changing into love? Could she manifest a different relationship? Is she thinking about love? What is she manifesting here? It's also going to be a partnership. Maybe she's aligning herself with someone at the White House. Maybe an alignment at the White House is getting stronger, or maybe she's putting more energy into that. We're not going to know what that is, but the Lovers did show up, and that's another major arcana. She's got two major arcanas, which are major. That's a lot of energy going around. A manifestation and partnership. So that's a lot of the energy that's going around her for this month. This is the obstacle. The Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is kind of holding your ground. It's not necessarily a hard. It's a fire suit. Her husband is a fire. I know he's a no. Is he? No, he's an air suit. He's an air suit. He's a Gemini. But she is. She's kind of like holding her ground. She's kind of like been in a battle, and she's sort of standing firm. But that's an obstacle. That's an obstacle. So we have to remember that it's an obstacle. So we'll have to think about that some more. How that works. Okay, here we have the community. The Two of Cups. Now, it's interesting how she's getting these pairs of a man and a woman. And here in the community, we have a Two of Cups. The community is people that support you, people that are, people around you, not necessarily support you, because sometimes the community does not support you. But this is the community, and it shows that there is some support because there's a Two of Cups. Again, a coupling of some kind, another partnership of some kind. So I'm getting the sense now where we'll have to read a little bit more, but it seems like I see her as kind of isolated. I think she has people that she likes, but it's not a large group. It's not a big group. I think her community is a small community. These could be her parents as well. It could be her family of origin that supports her, which makes sense. And then we have her current position, the High Priestess. Now here's another very interesting card in the current position. This is going inward. It's like the Hierophant, only it's a woman. It's a woman's energy, and it's going digging deep. It's going down deep. It's going into intuition and searching for answers. And it's not being with people. Again, it's kind of being by yourself and looking inward. And when when she's looking inward, what happens? The Ace of Cups. Okay, looks inward, and she comes up with the Ace of Cups. The aces are all potential, they're seeds, they're new beginnings. And this is the cup suit. This is romance, this is love, this is intuition, this is healing. So I would say, just from just a cursory look at it, it very much seems very feminine to me, very female to me, except for this manifestation. This was someone who's taking charge, and she could be taking charge. This is the present position. She could be taking charge. The other cards are all about relationships, the lovers, the Two of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the High Priestess is the divine feminine. And here we have, interestingly enough, we have the Nine of Wands. There's a man standing tall, seemingly in a battle. He's got the thing around his head. And I mean, this could be her husband in the current situation. And she's like dancing around her husband. Here's her husband embattled, but her world is very separate from his. Her world is very separate from his. Meanwhile, she's going through her own issues. This is really a very interesting reading. So I think there's a lot of changes for her. Now, the thing is, we'll never know what's going on with Melania, because I don't know. Do we ever hear about what's going on in her life? She lives a very private life. But I think she's starting out the year. I think maybe she's made some New Year's resolutions, and she's going to start making some changes. And maybe she's going to, maybe she likes somebody and she's going to make a move on them or something, or she's hoping that something happens with them. It could be any kind of partnership, so it doesn't have to be romantic. And then she has the support. I would say that this is her family. I would say that these are her parents. Her parents are still alive, and they do come and visit. And I would think for the holidays they may have been around. Maybe they went to Mar-a-Lago. I don't know. So her support was her family. But she's going to go inward. She probably had now that I would think in the White House, it's kind of a rarefied environment, and she's off on her own. So maybe now she's back at the White House. She goes back into her space and is searching for answers on her own. And she's coming up with the Ace of Cups, which is really interesting. This is it's a beautiful card to have. So I think this month it'll be very good for her. Now we're going to pull some clarifiers, but I don't see her isolated. I see her. I see her not with a lot of people, but I see her. There's some love being offered, and there's some inner knowledge being offered to her or being found, which is good. And we have the lovers here, and we have the support here, so that's all really good. Of course, we called her the Queen of Cups. It's kind of interesting. The only energy that's a little different is this energy, but that's in the past. This could have been all the hubbub down in Mar-a-Lago where she had to play the queen, and with all the money, and just had to be on. And now she's back to the White House, and she doesn't have to be on anymore. She just has to deal with the Nine of Wands. Okay, let's do some clarifiers. Let's see about the Magician. What does she have to do? What does she have to manifest? The Seven of Swords. That's sevens are an evaluation. It's a new dimensional. It's kind of like a situation where she has to think about things. And make a decision. She has to make a decision. So she has to make a decision about, it's a thinking decision, and she's maybe she's manifesting that. Let's keep going. This is the Knight of Wands. It's an inspirational night. And the Hangman. Interesting. So what do we have here? We have her manifesting. She's trying to manifest. Does she manifest? I don't know that she manifests. She's going through a lot of second guessing, thinking what's going on, trying to figure out what is going on in her world. And it is troubling. She's she's she made it. She's kind of made a decision. She's got away from the sixes, but she still hasn't committed to that decision. So she's still kind of in a state of confusion. There's some confusion with this card, and then there's a Knight of Wands, and that could be someone she's thinking of. I don't see that as her energy particularly. So maybe she's consulting with the Knight of Wands. But it leads to the Hangman. Oh, I was thinking that this was the Hermit. It's not the Hermit, it's the Hangman. Okay, so and then we get the Magician. So this is happening before this. There's a conflict, and then there's something to do with the Knight of Wands. This is the Knight of Air, the Knight of Fire. This is very active energy, and it makes her think of things in a very different way. Now he is also fire. No, he's not fire. He's air. So I keep saying he's fire. Donald is not fire. He's air. So, but it could be someone or something that is spurring her on and making her see things in a different way, and that in turn is making her make some changes, manifesting some changes. So she's going to go through this month going through some changes of a perspective, because that's what the Hangman is seeing things in a different light. And when she sees things in a different light, she'll try to change things. I don't know. Now, the hidden influences are the Lover's card. It's a partnership, it's a love, it's partnership, it's choice. Let's see what those hidden influences are. It's a new beginning. It's a new fire energy. Again, we have this fire energy coming through. We got the Knight of Fire here, and we got the wand, the fiery wand, the single one, which holds all the seed and the potential. Then we have another one. We have the One of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and that's another seed. These are new beginnings here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She's manifesting new beginnings in some way. Maybe there is, I don't know what this is, but she's manifesting something hugely different than what she's had. A whole new realm of fire, a whole new realm of practical matters. And then we have the King of Pentacles, which is the king of coins, and it's a lot of money. This could be seen as Trump, and many readers see the King of Pentacles as Trump. And there could be a lot of changes with this guy, Well, we won't find out about it, but she's manifesting changes that can affect the King of Pentacles. Maybe they will become more of a couple. I don't know. I don't know about that. But there's a lot of changes. We're not going to know this because this is in the hidden position, but she's manifesting whole new energies. Fire energy and earth energy. She's manifesting that. Okay. The Knight of Wands, I'm wondering, I don't know who that is. I'm thinking it might be Mr. Trump. Let's see who that Mr. Knight of Wands is here in the reading. Let's see if he comes up. The Five of Swords, this is stress. Go on, Sprite, you're going to have to move, honey. You're going to have to move. You're blocking the light. Move. Come on over here. Go, move. Okay. Oh, she's slobbering over everything. So we have... Oh, hold on. Come on. You want to go? Come up. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Actually, I get on my chair. Okay. So we see some troubling... There's arguments. It's communication problems, thinking problems, communication, strife, change and strife. The Eight of Pentacles is a money card. It's fine-tuning money issues. And we have Three of the Cups. Three of Cups is a celebration normally. It's also creative energy, creative cup energy. So I don't know who this is. I'm thinking it's Trump, who she could be arguing with. Maybe they argue about money. I don't know if she's privy to his financial situation. And she Meanwhile, just maybe just goes back to her family. Maybe she just has an argument with him about money and then just returns to the fold, returns to her part of the White House, just to maybe her and her son. She just lets it go. She just stays out of it. She is somewhat engaged, but then she just pulls away. She's not too. It doesn't seem like she's too tangled up with what's going on with Trump. She's got her own life. She's got her own dreams, wishes, desires, activity, home. Everything is, I think, kind of separate from him. So this shows that maybe he's embattled. He argues with her about it. He talks to her about it, and she listens to him. But then she goes off into her own space. So here's the Two of Cups. Now, it's interesting. What I'm saying is, I mean, are the cards... Well, the cards are kind of showing it, but then I'm going on my intuition. So I don't know. What can I say? Okay, Two of Cups. That's the community. I do think that's... I get the sense it's two people who love her, and she does have her parents. So let's see. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups, of course. That's another loving knight. More love, more emotion, more support, more healing. We have the Nine of Wands. That's a heavy burden. You know, she probably talks to her parents and she tells them what's going on, and she's very, very probably very communicative with her parents. I think that's probably the only people she probably talks to is her parents, because I see her as being very isolated in the White House. So they're there to help her with her burdens, and so much so that they do help her. This is the completion of the burdens. So they're there to help her. They're there to listen to her, to calm her down, to support her. So they're very understanding. Whoever this community card is, they're very, they come to a place of love, active love, and they listen to her and they support her during this difficult time. There's two Nine of Wands here and here, and that's significant. There's two Nines of Wands. So there is some strife around her, but she's not part of it. I don't believe she's part of it. Let's look into the High Priestess. Where is she going? What is she trying to find out about? Strength. She's trying to find her strength. She's going inward to find her strength. The Two of Pentacles. She's juggling things. She's juggling two things. Oh, that's, and she's trying to find strength, and she's trying to juggle the two things that are important to her. And it could be her family, her family, her own family, which is different than Trump's family. And the outcome is the Two of Cups. So there's a lot of cups action. There's a lot of, there's the Two of Cups here. There's the Three here. And this is another, the twos are choices, paths you'd have to take. So here she is going inward, getting her strength, trying to find her strength, her inner strength, and then coming up with, decisions about, she's juggling money or practical issues, and then she's also dealing with emotional issues that she's juggling, two emotional issues. We have the Two of Cups here, and the Two of Cups showed up here too. And this could be, this I think is her family, her parents, and they show up again here. And another reason why they've given her strength. I think her family is very, very strong. The Ace of Cups, finally, the Ace of Cups. Let's see what's going on there. This is the outcome of the month. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is a beautiful card. It's all the potential of water. It's intuition, it's healing, it's love, it's emotion, it's connection. And we have the Knight of not the Knight, the Page of Pentacles, holding out a globe for her. There's also, when you read a card, you can look at the card. It's the Page of Pentacles, which is a youthful energy, but it's also holding a light, a globe. I think she's seeing a way out, or finding comfort. See, this light is kind of shining here, for approaching this cup energy, is giving her light, is shedding light for her. being in this energy of cups. And where does it lead to? It leads to a Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. It's one of the best cards in the deck. So she's looking for love. She's looking for acceptance. I think she prefers self-love, for self-acceptance, or it could be outer, or it could be inner. And she's getting there. She's getting to a point where something is coming full circle, and it has to do with emotions. And that's the another cups. I was interested. She's got so many cups here. And 7 is, of course, a choice. You make choices. And so she's going to be making a wish and making choices. Put that one right there. I think this is a really good reading for her. She shows, I think she's going to, let's take some of these out here. She's coming from, being the White House, being the First Lady. This looks like a First Lady card to me. She's coming from that, and she's going into manifestation for the month of January. She's becoming, there's new dimensions that she's trying to evaluate. She's got this energy, this wand energy coming in, this fire energy, and it's making her take a different look at things, making her see things a different way. And when she looks at things a different way, there'll be the Lover's card, which is it could be a relationship, but it also could be a partnership. It also could be a choice. But here we see 2 aces, the Ace of Wands, which is fire, and the Ace of Pentacles, which is earth. So we see a lot of energy coming at her. And then we see the King of Pentacles, which could be her husband. But we see a lot of growth, potential for growth here, huge growth. After she manifests, she could have some huge growth. This is all personal, I believe. Here we have the Nine of Wands. I'm seeing that. I don't see her embattled in this. None of this shows embattlement. This shows embattlement, and I would think that that's her husband being embattled. And there's some arguing with him. And then there's some arguing, and then she, maybe they argue about money. I don't see that they would argue about money. Maybe he tells her about some things that are going on. But she just goes back into herself. She goes back to her world, her and her child, maybe. Support-wise, she has her family. She has her family of origin. I see this as her parents, and they provide a great deal of support. They're the Knight of Cups. That's love. That's active love and support. And then she goes through the 9 and 10, embattlement and completion of the wine suit of burdens. She's tying that up. There's tremendous support with her in dealing with the burdens of being a First Lady, the burdens of being married to him. And they support her greatly through this. And so they're a huge support for her. And they've probably always been a support to her. She does something, I don't know if she does it all the time, but this time in January, she's going inward. She's going inward to see where the answers are. She's taking her time to meditate or to be quiet or to try to figure things out. And she gets the Strength card. By doing that, she gets stronger. By dealing with her inner life rather than her outer life, than what she looks like. She's going inward. And she comes up with 2 of Pentacles. She is juggling things. Maybe it's family. I don't know. And then she has another, the 2 of Cups. This is what the 2 of Cups are over here. So her family, again, we see her family coming up, being supportive. And finally, she gets another ace. She gets another ace. She gets 3 aces. This is a huge amount of, and they're all different aces. And she gets the Ace of Cups, which is a love and emotion and healing and intuition. And she comes up, and I see this more as light than the Knave of the Page of Pentacles. Like it's enriching her life. And here she sees even more cups. She's following her heart. At the end of the reading, she's following her heart, and it's making her happy. Even though there's choices to be made, and she's making the choices, but she comes away fulfilled with a lot of cup energy. So I think it's going to be a very good month for her. And it's going to be a good month for her because she's done the work. She's manifested. She has made changes in her world. I think what surprises me about this is that I see her as before this reading, I saw her as just being like a Stepford type wife, just looking pretty, Having money, getting pretty all the time, being pretty all the time, and not really having much desire to be more than that. Now, this shows a very different Melania. This shows that she wants to change, and she does change. It shows that she does look inward. She's not all about appearances. It shows that she has priorities, and her priorities are about love and caring and nurturing. And we see this in these areas. So this is a very, very sacred feminine reading and feminine reading. So God bless her. I think she's going to have a good year. She's got this is the only thing that kind of stands out to me as problematic. But this is a woman in control. This is a woman who's taken control. And it's not control of what she's going to wear, or how she's going to wear her hair, or how she's going to photograph. I think this is much, much deeper than that. So way to go. That's my reading for Melania Trump for the month of January 2020. I hope this is a good year for her. And that's it. Thanks for watching.